I thought he was just being nice. Until I realized he was doing things other guys never did. I caught him watching me again. Not in a weird way, just with focus. His eyes stayed on me longer than anyone else's did. It wasn't even when I was talking or laughing. Sometimes I was just sitting quietly. That's what made it strange. People usually only look at you when you're doing something fun. But him? He looked like I was the fun part. And the second I noticed, he looked away fast. Like he got caught. Still, it made my heart beat just a little faster. Why was he looking at me like that? Before I even say hi, he smiles. It's not a big grin, just this soft, happy curve on his face. Like he's glad I'm there. No one else lights up like that when I walk into a room. His friends don't, my classmates don't, not even my best friend. But he does. Every single time. It's like he's already been thinking about me and now he's trying not to show it too much. That little smile feels like a secret between us. Is it normal for someone's face to light up like that just because of you? Whenever we talk, he leans in. Even if we're just sitting beside each other, his body tilts toward mine. He doesn't even notice it. One time, someone else joined the conversation, and I noticed how he straightened up. But as soon as we were alone again, he leaned back in like a magnet pulling him. It's not loud or dramatic, but it's there. Like his body wants to be closer, even when his words stay chill. Have you ever noticed someone moving closer without a reason? It took me a while to notice. I'd cross my arms and a second later he'd do the same. I'd take a sip from my drink and he'd do it too. I thought I was imagining things, but it kept happening. It wasn't on purpose. That's the funny part. It's called mirroring, right? They say people do it without knowing when they're into someone. I tried testing it once, fixed my hair, and yup, he rubbed his neck right after. Like a reflex. Isn't it crazy how your body gives you away? I wasn't expecting anything that day. It was just a normal Thursday. Then I got a message, "You okay today?" No big talk. No flirting. Just a simple check-in. I hadn't told him anything about my day. But somehow he felt like asking. It made me stop. Out of everyone I know, he was the only one who checked on me that way. Not just once. It started happening more. At the right times too. Like he had a radar for my moods. How do they always know when to text? One day he showed up with my favorite chocolate. I never told him I liked it. He must have seen me buy it once and remembered. Another time he got me coffee just the way I like it. I didn't even ask. It was nothing expensive or flashy, just small things that made me pause. Most people forget the small stuff. But he noticed and showed up with them like it was no big deal. Honestly, it kind of was. How do you explain someone remembering the things you forget to say out loud? We were walking one evening. I didn't notice at first, but he switched sides with me, putting himself between me and the road. No words. Just a simple move. I laughed and asked if he always did that. He just shrugged. It's nothing, he said. But it wasn't nothing. It meant he thought about me, even in little ways like walking. I started watching more. He always did it. Every single time. I didn't ask him to. Why do the smallest actions end up meaning the most? My friend took a group photo. I was laughing in it, not even looking at the camera. But he was. He wasn't looking at the camera either, he was looking at me. Eyes soft. Like he was just watching me be myself. I didn't know until she sent me the picture. I zoomed in and stared. You can't fake that kind of look. That photo told a whole story I didn't even know was happening. Can a picture catch someone falling for you? He never hugs too long or gets handsy. But he does these light touches, a quick pat on the shoulder, a brush of the hand when we laugh, a gentle nudge when we walk side by side. Each one feels like a quiet hello. Like he wants to connect without saying it out loud. One time I dropped something and he reached out to help. Our fingers touched for a second too long. We both noticed. It was small, but it stayed with me. Can someone say a lot without saying a word? When I talk, he actually listens. He puts his phone down, looks straight at me, nods at the right times. And he remembers stuff I said weeks ago. That's rare these days. Most people listen to reply, not to understand. But he listens like what I say matters. Even silly stuff like my dream or my craving for puff puff. It makes me feel seen. Like I'm not just background noise. Isn't that what we all want? We were talking about weekend plans and he said, we could go try that new spot. Not I, but we. Then again later, when we finished school, I noticed a pattern. He talked like I'd still be around. Not just today, but later. Not just as a friend, but something more. It wasn't pushy. It felt natural, like I was just part of his idea of fun and peace. That's when I realized he didn't plan without me anymore. Do people only do that when their heart's already ahead of their words? I got a haircut. Not a huge one. Just a trim and a new parting. Nobody said anything. But he did. Your hair looks nice like that, he said. Another time, I changed my nail color. He noticed that too. Is that sky blue? I laughed. It was. He notices stuff like that, stuff most people miss. I didn't even post it online. He saw it in person and he remembered. That means he's looking, really looking. How come the people who care always seem to have the sharpest eyes? We have this joke about the ugliest chair in the cafe. Every time we pass it, we look at each other and smirk. No words needed. Just that tiny smile. We've built little jokes that nobody else gets. About food, people we've met, even random signs on the street. These silly things feel like our own secret world. I didn't even notice how many we had until one day someone asked, "What's that about?" and we both burst out laughing. Isn't it kind of sweet how jokes become tiny love letters? I was walking with a heavy bag. He didn't even ask, just took it. I got it, he said. When we walk in crowds, he moves in front of me without thinking. If I trip or drop something, he's already reaching down. It's not dramatic or over the top. Just natural. Like he's tuned in to make sure I'm okay. It's not about being macho. It's about care. I don't even ask anymore, I just know he'll step in. Is that what real safety feels like? I had a small performance at school. I didn't expect anyone to come. But there he was, sitting in the middle row, clapping way too loud. Later, when I asked why he came, he said, "Why wouldn't I?" Another time, I was stressed over a presentation and he showed up with snacks and encouragement. He doesn't just say, "Good luck." He shows up. That's a rare kind of support. The kind that says, "You don't have to do this alone." Isn't showing up the loudest kind of love? He asks stuff like, "Did your neighbor fix that noisy gate?" or "How's your aunt's cat?" Things I barely remember talking about. But he does. And he follows up. I realized he doesn't just listen in the moment, he stores it. Like it matters. He doesn't ask to fill time. He asks because he really wants to know. And that tells me something deeper. He doesn't see my life as background noise. He sees it as something he wants to understand. Can love really hide in small follow-up questions? I've seen him with others, quick, loud, always moving. But around me, he's calmer, softer. He pauses before speaking. He listens longer, walks slower. It's like time stretches when we're together. Like he doesn't want the moment to rush away. Maybe he doesn't even notice he's doing it. But I do. The version of him I get isn't for show. It's the real one. The one that doesn't need to impress, just be there. Can feelings change your whole rhythm? He teases me, sure, about my messy bag or how I hate mornings. But then he checks. Did you sleep okay though? Need help finding that thing? His teasing is light, never mean. And it always ends with care. That's when I knew this wasn't just playing around. This was closeness. He makes me laugh, but never at my expense. He's playful, but he never crosses lines. Somehow he knows where the edge is. And that makes me feel seen. Can teasing be a form of affection? One of his friends saw me and said, "You're the one who likes coconut bread, right?" I blinked. "He told you that?" They laughed. "He talks about you a lot." I didn't expect that. He never said anything to me directly. But apparently I've made my way into his group's conversations. Not in a show-off way. Just small mentions here and there. Like I'm a regular part of his story. Without trying, he's letting me in. Can feelings be real before they're even spoken? I was sitting across from him, rambling about something silly. He wasn't saying much, just smiling. Then he said it softly, "You make everything feel better." It wasn't loud or fancy. Just true. That's when everything clicked. All the small things weren't random. They were the way he loves. Not loud. Not obvious. But steady. Kind. Patient. It made me think maybe love isn't a big boom. Maybe it's a quiet yes that builds one small gesture at a time. So now I wonder, how do you know when someone's really into you? Give me your answer in comment section, subscribe to this channel and like this video. Thank you.